This video is long overdue. I've promised you guys for so long that I'm going to give you an update on where I am with regards to purse piece. Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, hello, my name is Dani. If you're not new, well, you would have noticed something different. I've gone pink and purple with my hair. What do you reckon? Do you like it? You guys know that I color my own hair and I like to go with browns and blondes, but every once in a while, because I'm not a professional, I don't get it right. And sometimes it turns out a little bit more orange or yellow. I do have some of these pinks and purples in my closet from my younger days. I thought this time I'd go quite heavy-handed and just stick the pink in. What do you reckon? Tell me if you like it. I digress. Today's video is meant to be an update about how I am going with purse piece. About a year ago, I did put out a number of videos talking about how I was luxed out and I've achieved purse piece. And that was really after I got all my Holy Grail bags. I have 4 Holy Grail bags and they are my Hermes Kelly, my Hermes Birkin 25, my Lady Dior, as well as my Chanel Classic Flap. So I acquired all those 4 bags between 2020 and 2022. And since then, I've been feeling much more satisfied. At the same time, I don't deny that I loved shopping and I was, really addicted to the shopping high that I got every time I purchased an item. So at the start of 2023, I felt like, yeah, sure, I have reached a degree of purse piece, but at the same time, I recognized that I'm not going to just stop shopping suddenly. In this video where I talked about, what's after purse piece, there were a number of things or a number of goals that I set for myself. So let's have a quick recap.
I have a lot of red bags. Yeah, so I'm gonna really try hard not to buy any red bags this year. I also have too many mini bags and I don't really have a need for mini bags anymore. I purchased a lot of mini pochettes. I really don't intend on buying another one unless it's somehow priced really well. So here are some rules / guidelines. I'm generally keen on making sure that every handbag I purchase is under 400 Australian dollars in general. I'm going to try and avoid buying any contemporary brand bags between the price of 800 Australian dollars to $2,000. And that's because based on my investigation, you actually can get a Louis Vuitton or Chanel for that price range. I'm really going to try and avoid buying Coach as well as Tory Burch. And that's because, travel has opened up and Coach and Tory Burch are often so much cheaper when purchased in the United States. And this year, if my overall spend on luxury handbags or contemporary bags can be under 8,000 Australian dollars, I think 8,000 would be a reasonable reduction from my previous year's spending.
Now, in terms of those goals, I'm quite happy to say that I achieved most of them. In terms of my goal of spending less than $8,000 on this hobby of mine, I sort of did achieve it, but it was kind of by accident. So let me tell you all about it. All right, so my first goal of not buying any red bags, that one was a huge success. Was I tempted? Absolutely, because I find with these luxury houses, most of the time they'll come up with neutral colors like black, brown, gray, or white. And often the next pop of color that they will come up with is red. So red bags are actually very common on the pre-loved market and they also don't hold value that well as well. But I was so good, I did not buy a single red bag in 2023. The next goal was to not buy any mini bags, and with this one, I would say I did okay. I did purchase, let me see, my Longchamp Roseau Extra Small. That is a mini bag, but yeah, I really fell in love with that bag from an aesthetic point of view. I did recently publish a review video on it, so go ahead and watch it. I'll link it in the description box below. I did also purchase a few more affordable mini bags, and because they're more affordable, I'll just say I allowed myself to do that. From memory, I did buy the Piazza mini crossbody bag. So I have mentioned before that although it's called a mini bag, it fitted quite a lot because it's quite soft and not that structured. I also purchased some designer inspired bags. None of these bags have logos, so I bought this bag over here, and then this bag over here, and then this bag over here. My next reflection or next goal to not purchase any more mini pochettes, that one was a huge success. I did not buy any more mini pochettes, and thank goodness, because I already have 6. I also said that I did not want to buy any ornamental bags or bags that are just for collecting because I've got enough of them already. And together with this, I'm also going to say I had a lot of intention of purchasing pre-loved at very reasonable prices or very low prices instead of buying retail from boutique. I did buy one bag that did not fulfill these 2 criteria. It was my Speedy 25 from the Louis Vuitton X Yayoi Kusama collection. It was just a bag that I loved too much and I could not resist. So I just went ahead and purchased it. So that was the only bag that I purchased brand new, and obviously it wasn't secondhand, and to a degree collectible because we know it's a limited edition bag and probably the final collaboration that Louis Vuitton is going to do with Yayoi Kusama. I also said that I was going to avoid buying Coach and Tory Burch because living in Australia, Coach and Tory Burch is not as accessible compared to living in America, especially at such good prices. If you are not aware, we often pay like at least double or sometimes even triple the price of what you can get in America. So my plan was to travel to America to purchase these bags from outlet instead of buying them while I am stationed in Australia. Was I successful with that goal? So I was successful in not purchasing any Tory Burch, but I did buy a few Coach bags, and I'll talk about that a little bit more later in the video. Now, finally, did I achieve my goal of spending less than 8,000 Australian dollars in 2023 on this very expensive hobby of mine? So I'm going to quickly run through the things that I actually bought this year. So very quickly, in January, I purchased my Marc Jacobs compact wallet. And if you follow my channel, you know that I sold that on. That was $131. And then I also purchased the Coach Cassie camera bag for $249.05. And also the Pierre Hardy Cube box bag for 304 Australian dollars. For efficiency, I'm going to stop saying Australian dollars, but all the prices that I list will be in Australian dollars. In February, I purchased my Loewe Fusta 25 for $327.49. In March, I indulged and I purchased the Speedy 20 from the Louis Vuitton X Yayoi Kusama collection, as well as a pumpkin coin purse. That cost me 4,730 Australian dollars. I also purchased my Longchamp Micro Roseau in the extra small size for $234. My Parissa Wang, I can't remember this current updated name, but this bag over here for $365.20. In April, I paid for the Coach Cassie 19 in the Tiffany blue color for 546 Australian dollars. In that same month, I bought my Louis Vuitton X Yayoi Kusama Speedy 25 for $4,000. June, I purchased another Coach Cassie 19 for $385. In July, I was so good I didn't buy anything. In August, I bought my Age Athletica mini backpack for $119. In September, I purchased my Inspired Loewe bag over here for $191.93. In October, I bought my Fendi Baby Spy bag for $226.74. I also purchased my Madewell Piazza mini crossbody bag for $125.28. And I also purchased this inspired bag for $62.09. In November, I didn't buy any bags. Woohoo! In December, I didn't buy any bags. Oh, there you go. And that came up to the grand total of, drumroll please, $11,996.78. When I totaled that up, it made me a little bit sick, to be honest. But I'll tell you what, I actually did eventually spend less than $8,000 for a few reasons. Let me go through them. My Coach Cassie camera bag that I purchased off eBay arrived in a condition that I did not expect. So I ended up getting a refund for that. And on top of that, one of my lovely subscribers offered to purchase the strap from me. So I sold that for $40. So with that purchase, I actually made approximately $40. The reason why my expenses was not so high was because my Louis Vuitton X Yayoi Kusama Speedy 20, the pumpkin Speedy, was defective, and therefore I returned it to Louis Vuitton. For that, I was refunded $3,750, and I did actually try to purchase that bag again a couple of times, but was unsuccessful in reacquiring that bag. Next bag that I got refunded for was the Coach Cassie 19 in the Tiffany blue. I ordered that off eBay and it just never arrived, so I got a full refund for that. So because I was unsuccessful with those 3 purchases and I got refunds for them, my grand total came down to $7,411.73. So yeah, I'm glad that, you know, of course I'm happier with that number, but at the same time, it was somewhat accidental because of all that boo-boo that happened with the Speedy 20. I still wish that bag didn't get away from me to a degree, but at the same time, I look at my budget and I'm feeling much happier about that. Yeah, so did I achieve my goal? Yes, I did, but it was purely accidental. Now, in terms of how I'm feeling about purse piece, I am feeling good, to be honest. I don't feel such strong urges to buy things anymore. And people talk about the Diderot effect. It's when you start something that makes you happy, you kind of just keep continuing with it because of the dopamine hit that you get. If we don't talk about handbags, if we talk about, say, our home and we think about redecorating to a degree or replacing like one piece of furniture, you never just replace one piece of furniture. What we tend to do is we'll buy that piece of furniture and then we'll go like, oh, the rest of the furniture doesn't go, and you start buying the next piece of furniture, and the next piece of furniture, and the next piece of household item to go with your initial purchase, and you end up spending much more than you initially intended. Luxury shopping is somewhat the same, or any form of shopping is somewhat the same. You buy one thing and then you kind of keep going. And I don't know if you noticed, but as I was listing the things that I was buying, I was still buying a lot more at the start of the year, and I was able to just gradually hone my ability to resist purchasing items towards the second half of the year. And I'm truly very proud of myself for that. This year, I did do one unboxing and I purchased the Louis Vuitton X Murakami collaboration Rita bag. Unboxing linked in the description box below if you're interested. And I did deliberately wait for 2023 to tick over to 2024 so that I could move that to the 2024 budget. That's the only luxury bag that I've purchased in 2024, which is great. Now, having said that, I don't think that's the only bag that I've purchased. Like, just off the top of my head, I can think of one bag that I purchased off Temu, but it's a bag that I'm going to use for work, and I've been using my Coach Cassie, and I really feel like my Coach Cassie needs a break at the moment. I'm really sort of mistreating it a little bit. That's why I've allowed myself to purchase a functional bag from Temu for not a very high price. Those of you who follow me also know that I've moved into a new place. As you can see, this is a different setup from my previous home. And of course, there's always huge expenses that go into that. And in 2023, I was definitely very motivated to buy a new house, and it was actually one of the things that helped me reduce my spending on luxury items. I can only say that this was a wise purchase. I really love where I'm living now. No regrets redirecting my finances to a new place instead of, luxury handbags. After all, I have so many anyway. I'm getting better at rotating my bags as well, and soon I'll be putting out a video talking about my most used bags in 2023. It's a little bit late for that video. Most people do it like in January, but better late than never. What has really helped me in 2024 and not purchase so much other than this big purchase that I've just made is the fact that it is actually trendy to do low buys at the moment, and not that many people are doing unboxing after unboxing. That's really helped me not spend as much as well. So thank you, all of you on YouTube who are doing your low buy year. There's one other factor that has helped me be good with my money this year. There were 2 bags on my wish list, and they are the Tory Lepage Backup 21. I think that's what it's called. I saw it in Melbourne during one of my recent travels, and I've been thinking about getting that bag. The other bag that I really want to add to my collection this year, I shouldn't say that. The other bag that I really would like to be able to add to my collection this year, if possible, is the Louis Vuitton side trunk. I think that is such a beautiful bag. Traveling to Europe later on in the year, and I don't know, I'm thinking of potentially purchasing it if my budget allows it. And obviously, if I go to Europe, I'll be able to get it for European prices as opposed to Australian prices. And if you're not familiar, everything is more expensive in Australia because of logistics and how far we are from the rest of the world. Because I've allowed myself to have these 2 really expensive bags on my wish list this year, it has motivated me to not spend. Will I eventually buy these bags? I'm not sure. I'm going to allow myself to wait it out, and it depends on how strong my desire for these bags are. over time, I'm just gonna wait and see. If you're interested, do subscribe, turn on notifications to find out how I go this year. I'm interested to know, are you at purse peace or are you having a purse pause? Do you even believe in purse peace? Are you also doing a low buy year, or are you saying, screw it, this is a really good time to shop, especially pre-loved, because the pre-loved market is coming down. At the same time, with the crazy price increases that the luxury houses are doing, plus the state of our general economy, things are not selling out as quickly at the boutique. So it's a lot less competition to try and purchase like a really limited edition item. Motivating you to shop in store? Let me know, leave me a comment. Let's get her out. Ooh, you got the handles. Ooh, ooh. There she is. Hello.